Man, that's where my mom went to school.
Another story. Well, yeah, the last story was not in Dallas. I think it was just written by like a Dallas publication. That's why I messed up there. But this is around Dallas.
Yeah, I actually grew up around here. Prairieland, Texas, via Houston Public Media. Prairieland shooter gets 100 years. Others 30 to 70 for ICE detention center Antifa protest. Prairieland ICE detention center shooter Benjamin Song was sentenced to 100 years in prison Tuesday, while with others getting 30 years or more for their role in January 4th, 2024 immigration protest turned violent. Song was convicted of attempted murder for shooting and injuring an Alvarado police officer outside the Prairieland detention center during the demonstration. Now listen, 100 years for shooting an ICE detention center cop. I think when they give out 100, that never makes sense to me.
Well, yeah.
It doesn't even... Bitch, America is 250 years old. And you giving out 100 years? That don't even make sense.
So let's back up for a second. So this is a story we have covered since it happened. The arrest, the conviction, because they were all found guilty. And this was... They were conducting a noise protest demonstration, shooting out fireworks outside this detention center. But it did turn violent. Now, this guy, Benjamin Song, he claims he fired a shot because he saw the cops pull guns on his friends. So he was just trying to save his life. That's what he said. We're not gonna defend this guy shooting at anyone. But what is so scary about what this story is that once Trump named Antifa an official terror organization. Once he signed an executive order where the Trump administration has designated Antifa, which, remember, is mostly a made-up fucking thing. It's definitely not real in the way they try to make it out to be real. Once he designated that as a terror organization, all of the charges that these activists were facing all of a sudden got way higher. Like, they got terror charges added on.
Which should be scary to everybody, because it's like all it is showing a fucking corrupt ass government who is willing to hyper punish their enemies. And okay, so today is ICE, Antifa people who don't agree. They're literally weaponizing the Department of Justice to target American citizens.
Yes,
whatever
left-wing activism
and left-wing, but it's like whatever. But Trump
and that goes from Malcolm X to Rachel Maddow, all of the wide spectrum of left-wing activism.
Mrs. Rachel
Trump
getting fucking thrown in a gulag because she doesn't think Palestinian babies should be killed. But I also think it's just like the government as a whole, how a government can just weaponize its the law and its prison system to attack its enemies, or people who it doesn't agree with, in a visceral way. If you don't agree with ICE today, this should scare everybody to me, because it's like, okay, you don't agree with ICE, but what if tomorrow you're like, hey man, whatever happened to that Epstein shit? And then Trump's administration goes back and you're like, oh, look, we found a statute from 1848 called the Stop Fucking Talking About Epstein law. And you got to do 45,000 years.
Turns out Epstein's a vampire who's been around for this long, through American history. It could be at this point.
You saw the temple?
At this point,
did you see the temple?
That's what I'm saying.
But I'm saying, literally, it's like, to me, I'm like, yes, they're hyper targeting like left wing, like parties and like left wing ideologists and. But also, it's just everyone. I think everyone should just be scared, not just like, if you're seeing this from like, team politics, you shouldn't.
But what's scary is, and we haven't touched on it yet, but we need to, is not the 100-year sentence for Benjamin Song, who did shoot a gun and who shot a federal agent.
I'll keep reading.
What is scary is the 30 to 70-year sentences of the other people
for what they got,
who did not have a gun, who were unarmed, who were there for a protest.
No, they were. That's the part that really. I'll keep reading, but that's the part that gets me. It's like the guy who got like, I don't.
Yeah, let's just go through the article.
U.S. District Judge Mark Pittman and Reed O'Connor also sentenced 7 others who were convicted in March of playing a role in the non-fatal shooting of Alvarado Police Lieutenant Thomas Gross outside the ICE facility as a part of an Antifa cell. Maricela Ruda was sentenced to 70 years for her role that night nearly 1 year ago. Autumn Hill, Zachary Evans, Megan Morris, Savannah Batten, and Elizabeth Soto were all sentenced to 50 years. Daniel Sanchez Estrada was sentenced to 30 years.
So these are 30, 50, 70-year protests for. So remove Benjamin Song from the equation, the guy who shot. None of these people were all attending a protest, a demonstration, very similar to what we were seeing happening in New Jersey with the Delancey Detention Center. The idea was that we want to show solidarity with the people who are locked in this jail, this prison, for not having their papers, and we want to show them on July 4th that we have not forgotten about you, solidarity with you. And guess what? It's July 4th. We got a bunch of fireworks. Let's light some fireworks in a celebratory show of solidarity. And instead, these judges are like, oh, you mean like terrorist explosives? Oh, you mean like bombs? They're treating the fireworks like bombs.
That is the government literally weaponizing the Department of Justice, framing fireworks as fucking bombs. Like how they can legally get away with that, and just the public, there should be like absolute public outrage over all that. The government that is a straight up blatant government lie of fucking miscarrying out justice. Dude, how can you say a bomb, fireworks is a bomb, and like they were using it to blow up the ICE facility and break out? It doesn't even.
I think this is a monumental moment.
And the 30 years they gave the guy for moving magazines.
Yes. So yeah, just continue reading, so we'll get to that part.
Song, Hill, Evans, Batten, Morris, Rueda, Elizabeth Soto, and Ines Soto were convicted of rioting, providing material support to terrorists, conspiracy to use and carry an explosive, and use and carry of an explosive, the explosive being fireworks. Song was also convicted of 3 counts of discharging a firearm. Sanchez Estrada was convicted of corruptly concealing a document or record. Those were the magazines he moved out of. Zines.
Corruptly concealing.
Yeah. He and Rueda, his wife, were convicted of conspiracy to conceal documents. The defendants and their attorneys argued the protests were supposed to be a peaceful noise demonstration in support of the immigrants inside the detention center, and they never intended for things to get violent. 22 people have now been accused in state courts, federal courts, or both of playing a role in what happened the night of July 4th.
So yes, this guy, Sanchez Estrada, I mean, he should be the poster child of this story, not Benjamin Song. Because Sanchez Estrada, what he did is that his wife was thrown in jail. And so she used her jail call to call him and said, hey, get those zines, those magazines. They were like, I'm imagining just like radical leftist literature, and get them out of my house. Because she probably knew, oh, fucking Trump administration. So he's like, all right. So he takes those magazines and puts them in a different house.
Damn,
that is the extent of his involvement in this. So not only did this was a mostly peaceful fireworks demonstration, Benjamin Song was the outlier. He had a gun. That was his own thing. But all these people there, they were there to protest. This guy wasn't even fucking there. He wasn't even fucking there. He just took a box and moved a box somewhere else. He is now sentenced to 30 years in federal prison for doing that shit. Yeah. And to me, this is monumental because this is Trump's first legal victory in this sense. He has been using rhetoric to plant the seeds to go after left-wing free speech since the beginning of his last administration. This is the first conviction of quote-unquote Antifa, of suppressing free speech in this legal way. The judge handed out, again, 30, 50, and 70-year sentences to people going to a demonstration that should be a type of demonstration that should be relatable to a lot of people. If you've gone to any sort of a protest, this is just 1 degree away from that. This is just, instead of going to the big protest that you saw on your Instagram feed that everyone's going to on some big day. This is 1 degree away from that. Oh, we're gonna go gather outside the detention center and just make some noise. It's a noise demonstration.
January 6th fucking caused more damage than we're talking about cop violence.
That was an actual insurrection,
literal,
and all these people got harsher sentences than the January 6th.
At minimum, if this was like an actual just system, but if Trump's court system was actually just and they were complaining about his rules, these people should be backup dancers in fucking the January 6th choir, or like fucking, they should be getting part of that $1.4 billion. He was like, well,
they should be free and be the ones getting caught with child pornography, not the January 6th insurrectionists.
Oh, you are very deep in on that.
I thought people knew about that. All right, if you didn't know, folks, a lot of the January 6th insurrectionists, and by a lot,
I knew they started a band.
By a lot, I mean more than one, which is a lot for child pornography. More than one of them have been, since being pardoned by Trump, have been caught with child pornography.
I think if one of your associates is a pedophile, you're all pedophiles. That's why Epstein list. Sorry, we play by Epstein rules. One of you guys.
Epstein's changed the rules on pedophiles.
Epstein rules are now in effect, nigga. One pedophile, you a pedophile.
That's kind of true, though. I used to naively think that if someone's a pedophile, they would not share that with their friends. They would keep that to themselves. It would be kind of shadowy about it. But instead, you see they're going on boats, on vacations, on islands. They're taking plane rides. You ever like take
do small talk with a pedophile? So how are the kids? Hot.
Abundant.
Sexy. So how are the
discounted?
Kids? Gorgeous. Okay, gross.
Like, it's like the way that us normal people, like your high school friend is having a destination wedding in Cabo. And so you and your friends in your 20s get to take a little Cabo trip. That is apparently what a lot of pedophiles do also. Thank you, Jeffrey Epstein.
I found a remote destination far, far away from a school. We don't even have to worry about that.
Yeah.
But yeah.
There will not be a wedding ceremony, but there will be a ceremony with a priest.
Yeah. This is
Anyways, yeah, I'm done.
Terrible with fucking story. Free them. I hope their appeals go through. I can't wait.
Oh yeah, forgot to mention that. Thank you for mentioning that. Yes. They will be appealing, obviously. So there is a light of hope for them. Yeah, just in terms of like these just specific people. Like I feel you gotta feel bad for them.
Unprecedented. Like it doesn't even go with the same other crimes in the same like the lengths of sentences they hand out for similar crimes. It's just like these sentences are astronomical, even compared to like the length of sentences they give to other people charged with similar crimes. So it's just like completely the definition of railroad. Government has their finger tipped on these people's the scales of justice.
It's fireworks. Like they're trying to really convince us that the fireworks were like explosives. It's like, how many times have we seen like Roman candle fights? How many times have we seen just in New York City, like during all that craziness of that shit, 2020, there were kids out there lighting fireworks and it was annoying, but no one thought whoever's lighting those fireworks should be in federal prison for 70 years.
Those are actually weapons of explosive material. Yeah. Those are actual ammunition. That's yeah. But man, free them.
Yeah.
Let's go on.
Speaking of free though.
Washington, D.C.?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. That's not what I associate with D.C.
Just read the headline. You'll see what I mean.
Oh, okay. D.C. Regis Court. Oh, wow. Okay. You read it.
Oh, it's mine. Yeah, you're right. All right. That was my bad, folks. Let's finally start this story that we've been teasing y'all with. Washington, D.C. is where we're going. Reading from AP. D.C. reaches a court settlement with a man detained while protesting troops patrol with Darth Vader songs.
These are sensitive.
Yeah. You might have remembered this. This is what this guy was doing. So remember, I know that the Trump news makes it feels like that this was 10 years ago, but this was merely a year ago, I would say, when Trump was deciding to colonize black cities, basically. It was sending his federal troops into Memphis, into D.C., into Chicago. And while he was in D.C., there was a guy who would follow around the federal troops and play the Imperial March.
That's a good one. That's a perfect one.
That's nice. That's funny.
Some real liberal blue sky threads.
It is.
Resistance. Burn. But like the 45-year-olds on fucking blue sky were like eating at 2,000 likes.
Yeah.
Guys,
man, this brings me back to the Biden election victory.
This guy is a fucking genius, brother.
The greatest day of our lives.
This guy's a fucking genius.
So that guy was detained for that, which seems like that would be a violation of freedom of speech, and it was, obviously. So let's read here. D.C., the District of Columbia has reached a settlement agreement for an undisclosed amount. That's the tragedy of this whole story.
Walking out the court and shit, it might buy me a Death Star.
Yeah,
shit, nigga might fuck around, buy him a Star Cruiser.
I might buy me an ACAB grill, a light up ACAB grill.
Fuck around, buy the Darth head to the mall, my nigga.
Damn, that was good. This guy is high level over here. So yes. He's basically getting a check from the city of D.C., and I think the tragedy of the story, it's an undisclosed amount. I want to know the fucking amount.
I know.
But undisclosed amount of money with a resident who claimed police illegally detained him for following an Ohio National Guard patrol while playing Ohio.
I thought comedy was legal. I'm so upset. This is so funny the more I think about it.
Yeah. Where's Grok when you need him? Where's Grok in his vulgar roasts when you need it?
I'm too busy making child porn. Sorry.
Following a National Guard patrol while playing Darth Vader's theme song from Star Wars on his phone, an act of protest against the Trump administration's federal law enforcement surge in the nation's capital. A court filing late Thursday says the plaintiff, Sam O'Hara, will drop his lawsuit's claims against the district and 4 Metropolitan Police Department officers within 3 business days of receiving the settlement payment. The filing doesn't specify a dollar amount for the deal between the district and O'Hara, who is represented by the ACLU of D.C. In an email on Friday, an ACLU spokesperson referred to the settlement's financial terms as a significant amount that O'Hara is pleased with, but said they are not disclosing the dollar figure to protect his privacy. A spokesperson for DC Attorney General Brian Schwab's office declined to comment on the settlement.
Damn.
So we can only hope that he wants it to be private because it's a very obscenely large amount.
Yeah, damn. These cops acted irrationally, and they got all butthurt. Guess we got to see the dark side of the force.
Nice.
That's all I got.
Was that a pun? Was that even a pun? Though, let's think about it. Does that meet the threshold of a joke? No, it does. It does. It was good.
No, I was stretching.
You were.
Kidding. I just had dark side of the force, and I was like, I'm gonna use something.
Yes. Well,
we got to look into the dark side.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, it's because let me break down to you why I reject that as a joke.
No, we don't got.
Which is because Star Wars itself is already a satire. It's already a satire. Like, yes, the Force, the Resistance. And so for you to be like, the dark side of the Force, that's not a play. Like, you're just saying what Star Wars is by being Star Wars already.
The Force is a euphemism for the police departments, not fucking military.
It's a satire. Yes, it is. Yeah, it is. Sure. And also, DC, there's literally federal troops coming onto the city.
Fucking speaking of cops.
So it is like the DC or Star Wars occupation. Yeah.
Have fun. Read the rest of this shit. Have
Sorry.
fun. That's all the levity I'm bringing to this fucking podcast.
Yeah, you know. Yeah.
Criticize. Joke didn't even make sense, bro. Shut the fuck up and keep reading the paragraph.
It made sense. Just saying we didn't meet the threshold of a joke.
It's derivative for the actual.
Exactly. There you go. Shut
the fuck up.
It was good timing, though. Good timing. But that's it. That's That's our podcast, gang.
It just evolves.
Yeah.
Yeah, once we start nitpicking.
It does. Look, we don't like to end with a sad story. So we end with a lighter story. And yeah, it'll end like this.
That's me thinking of music. I would play fat guy music.
Yeah. What's fat guy music? Like a trombone? Like a fat instrument?
Yeah.
Fat sounds.
This guy elevated. That's why I appreciate him. Because I would have performed this on Kill Tony.
Yeah.
I would perform my demonstration.
Yeah.
Because it's just, that's low level. This guy elevated.
Yeah.
Is it resistance?
You would have performed it. It would have gone decently well. Someone on the panel would have said the N-word.
Yeah.
You would have lunged at them. Yeah. And then you would have been famous.
When I called you a fat nigga, I meant P-H-A-T. It's like,
exactly.
Yeah.
So good.
Red band.
So good.
And then I'd be at Madison Square Garden.
Exactly. This is the hand I slapped Tony Hinchcliffe with. I haven't watched it yet. Who wants to touch it? Line.
Slapped,
long line.
as in you mean like...
Yes.
Yeah, you know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Guys, that's the pod.
That's the pod. Thanks for listening.
We'll see